Hey folks, this is Vincent Ottilie with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Quorsum. This is a game for 2 players for ages 10 and up, and the average play time is 15 to 45 minutes. I have covered this game before, but this is Ottilie's first time playing, so there may be a rules goof or two as I haven't played it in a while either. It's a fairly simple dice game though. You're going to choose one of 2 colors, either blue or green. You're going to set these up so that they're in different corners, and your objective is to get your dice into the opposite corner. So any die that goes here on the bottom left will be trying to reach that space over there. Any die that starts here will try to reach here, and so on. At the beginning of the game, each player is going to roll a single die, and whoever has the higher number gets to decide to do one of 2 things. They can either take the first turn, or they can decide where to place the dice when they first start. Again, each die has 1 corner. I rolled and got the higher number. I'm blue, and I chose to put my dice here. So I've got 1 die here going that way, 1 die here going that way, and I put her dice going like that. So this one's trying to get here, and this one's trying to get here. Now, as far as why I wanted to do that and why I set them up the way I did, you'll notice that each of these tiles has a number on it. And basically, the higher the number, the harder it is to move to that particular tile. So on your turn, you're going to have 4 dice available to you. That's what these 4 dice here are. And you're going to choose how you want to attempt to use them. You can use them in one of 2 ways. You can put dice onto a tile with your matching pawn, or die here, in an attempt to move it. You can also put dice onto a vacant space to try and flip it to the other color. The reason you may want to flip tiles is because your pawn can only move on its own color. So this here is on a white tile, and it can only move on white for the rest of the game. The same thing with this one. This pawn up here can only move on white for the rest of the game. Same with that one. My blue one down here is the only one that is on a black tile, so I'll be trying to possibly flip some of these white ones into black. But I gotta be careful because my pawn up here needs white in order to move, so I'm gonna be conflicted a little bit probably. But the reason I chose my starting tiles the way I did was because hers is a 6, this is a 5, this is a 2, and this is a 4. So to get home, I'm going to have an easier time moving on to those spaces. And that brings me back to a player's turn. On your turn, like I said, you're going to have 4 dice, and you're going to decide one of 2 things. You're going to put dice, just a single die or multiple dice, onto a single space that your die is currently on in an attempt to move it. You can also put dice onto a vacant one in order to flip it. So let's say I do something like this and something like this. So once you've assigned all 4 dice, what you're going to do is you're going to resolve them in the order of your choosing. So in order to, let's say I'm going to try and flip this one. You're going to take this die and roll it. If the value is equal to or greater than the number of the tile, then you get to flip it to the opposite side. So if I were to roll a 1, for example, that tile would stay black. If I rolled a 3 or higher, then I would be able to, or she would be able to flip this over to the reverse side and it becomes white. That way, any pawns that are using the white spaces to move, they'll have an easier time getting around. Same thing with this one over here. 2 or higher is needed in a roll to flip that as well. So again, you're going to resolve that. In order to move, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to roll these dice. Now, you do not sum them up. Your goal, whenever you have multiple dice on a tile, is just one of them has to be equal to or greater than the number that you're trying to move to. But you don't have to pick yet where you're attempting to move to. In this case, though, there's only one option because there's only one. This is black and this is white, and she's starting on white. So basically, she's going to roll these dice, and if it comes out to be, let's say, 5 and 4. Okay, so both succeeded. She can move here, no problem.
I can?
Yeah.
But I thought it was a 6.
No, that's the space that you're on. The space that you're moving to is where you're trying to roll.
Oh.
This one is going to have to roll a 6 to get here.
Oh, I see.
You're comparing the value on the tile that you're moving to, not the tile you're moving from.
Okay, I thought this. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, guys.
Uh-huh. Okay, so back to my example. So you have a 5 and a 4 here, and let's say that is higher than 3, so that's possible. She's going to go ahead and move over here. Now, any dice that succeeded in that roll you can attempt to roll them again to continue moving. It's called chaining. So in this case, there's only one move available to her because this one's black. So she would have to roll these dice and hope for a 6, because that's a 6 there. If she did roll a 6, and she did move, even she would not be able to chain any further because every other tile around her is black and she can't move anymore. Okay? And another example, let's say that she were here and she were trying to move. Let's say that she rolled a 1 and a 4. Only one of the 2 dice managed to meet that number. The 1 would go away, but the 4 would remain. So she would be able to chain again, but only with the 1 die that she succeeded with. So she would, again, have to hope for a 6 in order to move here. And that's basically it. Players are going to take turns using their 4 dice, assigning them to either move their pieces or their dice or flip tiles in an attempt to get both of their pawns home. Again, you're trying to put them into the opposite corners from which they started. Pawns cannot move. I call them pawns, they're dice. But they cannot move on top of each other. Yeah, cubes, I guess. Yeah. You cannot move on top of each other. Now, there are more tiles in the bag, so to set this up, you're just going to grab, 16 of them. You're going to lay them out in random order here. And again, you're going to roll for first player. And that first player can either set up the starting cubes, or they can take the first turn, is how that works. I chose to set everything up. She's going to take the first turn as a result of that. This last bit of information, this is a Deadlock Dice. Whenever you cannot move your pawn toward one of your cubes toward your base, this will flip from a 6 to a 1. And it will continue flipping upward to 6 if no one manages to make progress toward the friendly base. Whenever you do, when a player makes progress toward a base, this resets back to 6 again. But the reason for this is, if it's on 6 and players don't manage to make progress for, I guess, 5 or 6 turns, then it would go from 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back to 6 again. At that point, the game would end in a deadlock, and whoever is closest to a friendly base will win the game at that point. Sort of like a stalemate situation, but closest to the base wins. If there is a tie for first, then you'll compare the second cubes to see who's closer on that end of it. Like if she's home on 1 and I'm home on 1, obviously that's a tie there. So then we would compare the other 2 cubes to see where they are. And then whoever's closest to their base would win the game. So that's it, really. Let's go ahead and give it a try.
Is there a particular order? Like if you put dice on
you can resolve them in any order you want.
Any order.
So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see what I'm looking at here.
So, if I understand this correctly,
So,
I'll put 2 dice here.
Okay.
And I'll put 2 dice here.
Okay, sure.
Okay. And
So now you can resolve this in any order you want to. So yeah, if you want to try and flip. So right, so you're going to roll 2 of those dice, right? And then you're going to try and get a 4. Okay, so you got a 4 and a 2. That's a success. You do not chain flipping tiles, so these just go away. And now this is a white. And now you would resolve those 2 dice over here.
Okay.
It is a 5 and a 4, so both succeed.
So I can do a 4 on there?
Well, no, you keep any dice that succeeded, you can continue rolling. So.
Oh, I thought it was chaining without rolling, but it's chaining with rolling.
Yeah, so you succeeded. Any dice that succeeded, you get to roll again and continue moving. So you can roll both of these dice again now to try and get a 4 or 6.
Oh, I thought it goes away. Okay.
No, nothing goes. The only things that go away are the dice that don't make the roll.
Okay.
If you had rolled a 1, that would go away. Or 2, that would go away. But you rolled, both dice were 3 or above, so you get to roll both again.
Okay. Interesting.
6 and 4. So you decide, do you want to move here or here?
Move here.
Okay. Interesting. So you're trying to block me, I see. And that's the end of your turn. That was all dice. So now I'm going to choose where to put these.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and put 1 die here. I'm going to put 2 dice here and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put a 3rd one. Well, here's the thing. This is where the risk comes into play. If I don't make this 2, if I roll a 1 on this, which is probable, there's a 1 in 6 chance, these 3 dice that I'm assigning here are going to be worthless. Exactly. So, because I can't move onto a white tile, I have to remain on black. So I'm going to go ahead and take the risk. I'm going to go ahead and roll this one and hope for a 2 or better to try and flip it. It is a 3, so I flip it. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and roll these ones for movement. And I got a 2, 4. Now, all 3 dice met the 2. So I keep all 3. I move here.
Nice.
So I'm going to go ahead and go again. 1, 2, and 4 are really unlucky. These 2 go away because they didn't meet the 3. But my 4 did. So I can move here. And I'm going to go ahead and roll again. And I didn't get a 6, so I can't move. So now it is your turn. And we're still on these. We're making progress toward our bases, so this remains to be 6 here.
Okay.
So yeah, now you get to assign dice again, however you want. And these arrows are always pointed toward your home base, just so that there's no confusion. This one's always going to point this way, this one's always going to point this way, this one's going to point that way, this one's going to point that way.
Alright, so I guess I'll do 1 here.
Okay.
And 3 here.
Okay. Go for it. Do you want to flip first?
Flip.
Okay, there you go. 2,
Ooh,
you got it, just
wow,
barely.
That was close.
Yep.
That goes away.
Yep. Then you got 3 dice. Yep. You got this. You need a 3 or higher. 1, 5, 4. So the 1 goes away.
Yep.
But your 4 and 5 stay.
Okay.
Then you have 3 and a 4. So your 3 would go away.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then, but your 4 keeps you going. Yep. Zoom out so you guys can see that.
Ooh.
A 1. So that didn't. Okay. So your green 1 stays there. Oh right. These 6s are nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put. Actually, I'm gonna take the chance and do.
All of them?
Yeah, all of them. I'm just gonna put all 4 dice here to try and move it because I don't know if I'm gonna roll this 6 that I need. So again, it's a 1 in 6 chance for 4 dice. So all right, I got 2 6s.
Nice.
So this moves up, but I can't move anymore because that's the one I'm moving. I can't split dice and move this other guy.
Yeah.
So that was my entire turn, was getting up here.
So weird. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to assign dice. You're sitting there trying to roll.
I'm just rolling.
You're just gonna roll dice, whatever. Yeah, just do whatever you want.
Interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. I will. If I stay there, it's gonna be tough for you. You poor thing.
For what?
I don't know how you could see how you could go over here. Oh wait, you could still flip
I
that.
can try and flip that, move that down,
Yeah.
and that. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta figure something out.
Alright, so I will do this then. I'll do. Okay. I'll do 2 here. Actually, no, I'll do 1 there.
Okay.
1 here.
Okay.
And 2 here.
Okay. So what do you want to try and do first?
I'm gonna try and do this one.
Okay.
That one's the scariest.
3 or higher. You got this. 2. Oh no.
Wow.
So.
That stinks.
I mean, you could try and move backward, but you're not going to make any forward progress with that. Now, you can try and flip this still if you want for a future turn, so that you have it for a future turn.
Do I have to? Is it an option? Or do I kind of have to?
Pretty sure you have to attempt it. I don't know if it's in the rules. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to flip it?
That's true.
Because you're trying to get home anyway.
6.
6. Okay, so you succeeded. All right, now you can't, if you want to, I guess if you don't want to roll, you don't have to.
No,
now, you didn't make any forward progress here, so this goes to a 1.
Oh, that's right.
But
Does that mean that this...
What do you mean?
Oh, if you don't use dice at all.
No, you can use dice. If you flip, fine. But if your cubes do not make progress toward your base, correct, then that flips to a new side.
So, okay.
The minute you bring this cube down, or the minute I bring a cube closer, this goes back to 6 again.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and...
That was rough. I should have done 2 dice on that.
You're fine. I'm going to... Alright, I'm going to do that. I'm going to put there, and I'm actually gonna do this for defensive purposes. All right, so I'm gonna start with this one. It's a 2. I flipped back
that was good.
over. This one I'm gonna try and flip. I need a 3. It's a 6.
Nice.
Flip that. These two, I need a 5. 6 and 5. Awesome. So this one flips. And I made no forward progress though, so this goes to a 2.
I'm surprised. Oh, that was a flip. Okay.
That was a flip.
Flips. Okay, so what am I doing? I guess I'll do that.
I'm trying to guarantee that move. Okay, so what are you gonna do? Oh, you don't want to get another 2 again, huh?
Yeah. That was rough. Let me try that one. If
Okay.
I get a 1, I'm gonna be so upset.
It's a 3.
Oh,
you got it.
close.
Good job.
All right. And this one, that'll be a 3.
You got it. 2 and 1. Wow. Well, do you want to try and move this one or not? I mean,
No.
you're not making any forward progress anyway.
Wow,
so
that
that's
was horrible.
That's,
That tile does not want to flip.
no, it's rude.
You rigged it.
I did. I totally rigged it. I'm gonna assign 1 die here and 3 dice here. I'm gonna try and move that one first.
You're gonna flip this again?
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, here?
Yeah, I meant to move. I got a 6, so I'm gonna move this one up here.
Nice.
Now I did make forward progress toward that.
Yeah.
So this is back to 1 again. And then this one I'm gonna try and move. I just need a 5 in order to move up. 1, 3, 4. Nope,
Ooh.
nothing.
Nasty.
All you.
Nasty dice.
Yeah, they are.
I can't. Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm. Yeah,
Gosh.
you got this.
Alright. I'm gonna try for this.
Okay. You need that 3. Hate you. 4 and 2. Now you flipped it. Good job. So that's.
And now I'll try to
Yeah,
move
now you need a
that.
3 or higher to move that. Alright, 2 and 5. So the 2 didn't make it, but the 5 did.
Okay.
You can chain the 5 and try and move over. 2, you got it. So you can keep going with that. Now you need a 3.
Oh, dreaded 3. 6.
6. Nice. You're moving right along. This should be a 6. 3.
Ooh,
Didn't make it.
nasty.
Okay. That was a very good run you had there. Okay.
It's tough.
It is. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put all of my dice over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and move that one. All right, 6, 6, 5.
Ooh, nice.
So 3 of the dice made it. This one goes away. 2, 2, 2. All 3 made it.
Wow, why couldn't it have been for that one?
I know, really. Well, that one's going to be rough to get. 6.
Wow!
Wow, all right. 2 dice didn't make it. The third one did. I'm going to try and get my 3 here. 1.
Nice.
And oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I was like, nice, yeah, you made it.
Nice.
I gotta learn how to
it's, like, it's all good.
Okay. My turn, right?
It is your turn.
I'm gonna try all 4 dice for this.
Okay, go for it. 1, 1, 2, 4. Wow.
The
Well,
dice hate me tonight.
I know. This goes to a 1 because no forward progress was made.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to try to flip that 4. I'm going to put 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and flip this first. 1 and 2 didn't make it. I'm going to try and move that one now. 1 and 6. The 6 made it. The 1 didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep going. 1. Nope. Okay.
Alright.
I did make forward progress though, so this goes back to 6.
Do that one again.
Okay. All 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
5.
2, 4, 4, 5. So there you go.
Fine.
Now this cannot chain anymore because you're at
Yeah.
home base. So you're halfway to beating me.
Yeah.
All you need to do is get that one there and you win.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'm gonna put 2 here and actually I'm gonna put 3 here and then 1 here. So I'm gonna try and flip that first. Wow.
What?
2, 3, 3. All failures. I get to roll 1 for this one. 2.
Just barely.
And I can't move any further. So this goes back to, we're still on 6. Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna use all 4 to move that one.
Okay, go for it. You could win this. If you get a chain here, you're done. You get it.
But the sixes.
Those sixes are going to be rough.
I'm probably better off just flipping this one and going that way.
Try.
I don't know.
6, 6.
Why couldn't I have that for over?
I know, that's crazy.
Alright, so this goes away.
The 1 goes away. So, okay, so you move to a 2. Yep. So now you've got 3 dice to use. You got this. 1, 2, 5. Now you can move to the right, but then you stop.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna move there.
Okay. So good. Very good. All right. I'm gonna try to flip this one, and I'm going to. I'd love to try and mess with your 6s, but you're gonna make it home. I gotta start splitting dice up.
There's no way for me to make it home.
All right. I'm gonna do that and that. So I'm going to roll the... Actually, you know what?
The 6s.
I don't know if I'm going to make the flip or not, so I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to try and...
Really? You're going to try... Oh, yeah.
That needs to be black, too. So I'm going to try that first. 5 and 6. That made it. I'm going to do this one. 4.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you got
and this one, I need a 2. 4.
Nice.
All right, so all these are flipped, but... You could still wreck me here. Oh, you're going to try it. I see. Now, no forward progress was made, so this goes to a 1.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Actually.
Oh, man.
I
I see. This is how it's going to be.
Yeah. Do that.
Okay. Well, then.
Alright, I'll do this one.
Okay. 4. You flip it.
I'll do this one.
Okay. You need a 2. You got it. 6. There you go.
And this one I need a 4.
I need a 4.
Or higher.
You got it. 6 and 2. You got it. All right. And now...
No forward progress has been
No
made.
forward progress has been made. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and try and move this one. And I'm going to try and flip these 2.
I should have flipped that one.
4. 6.
Ooh,
Awesome.
nice.
So that is done.
We're tied.
And now I'm going to try and flip this one. 5.
Nasty.
I'm going to try and flip this one. 2.
Ooh, nasty, nasty, nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're 2 space... Oh, man. She is so out to get me. It's ridiculous.
Nah. Okay.
That's strategic, though. That's very good.
Alright. I'm gonna try and flip this one.
Okay. 2. You got it.
So scary. Okay.
All right, now you need a 4 on that one. 5, of course, you got a 5.
Alright.
And now you need a 2 to move forward.
Yeah.
You're setting me back here. 5 and 1. So you can re-roll the 5, and if you get a 6, you win. You got it. Nice job. You made it home. Good game. Good game. So how did you like it?
That was cutthroat.
Was it?
My hands are sweating.
As they always are. Did you like
It
it?
was okay. It was good. It was very gambly.
Yeah, it was.
It made me feel like I was at the horse track race or something.
Really?
I don't know why.
I probably could have played a bit more strategically, like trying to block. Like I didn't try to block at all. I was just trying to. My problem was I started on a white and black, so I had to try and get around each other. That was my. But I took a calculated risk in giving you the home bases that were 6 and 5 to try and stop you from getting there easily. But you managed to, you know.
You did block me. Well, you kind of. I think you just blocked me because you were on a black.
Maybe.
I have to wonder. Excuse me. I have to wonder how it would be like if like there were sets like pre-made arrangements, like all black except for the corners white, or you know.
You can
stuff
come
like
up with
that.
anything you want to. The manual says it's a random draw. So, but you know, it all depends on. I mean, yeah, you could do that but then again, if all pieces start on white though, then you're going to be tripping over each other because that means they're all going to be moving on white squares. So
wouldn't that make the game a little bit more strategic? Like,
well,
you have to really
kind
get
of.
around?
I mean, it's just going to be tighter. Like it's going to be like a Saint Bernard trying to get through the cat door. I mean, it's just there's going to be no way. Everyone's going to be blocked. There's going to be no way around each other. Anything that's black is just gonna have to be moved around. You know what I mean?
Unless you have to, like, you'd have to flip it.
There's no reason to ever flip something back to black unless it's to impede your opponent's progress.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh.
If you did that, you know what I mean. So I think having opposite colors is also a good idea.
Yeah.
But so would you play this again at some point in the future, or did you like it? Not like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was okay.
It's very casual, but also I mean it's a light strategy dice rolling game.
It's fun.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Anything else before we go?
It should be a digital game. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I wouldn't mind it as a digital game,
Really?
honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Cool.
All right, folks, so that was Quorsum. If there's a link available on Amazon, I'll provide it in the below description. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vincent Idley. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.